Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Let's get our morning walk going. I was real early until I wasn't. I came down in the basement real early to start on time until I wasn't. Okay, this is Saturday. We're just going to have to deal with the camera angles. Just going to have to deal with them, y'all. I'm trying to get as much. This gentleman, I'm really walking, not sitting in the chair talking. But I don't like it when I move my rubber band on Facebook and it covers my face. Okay. Good morning. Whew. I'm not supposed to say good morning. Great risings, great risings, great risings. All morning I say great risings. I said all the wonderful things that saying great risings has done in my life. Just saying great risings has like rearranged the molecules of my life. But then I come down here and I say that other thing. I'm not mourning anything. I'm great horizon everything. Hey Canada. Oh, okay, where do I start? I got the lamp for the selfie tripod. My daughter picked it up for me. Yay! It came yesterday from Prime, child. So that's exciting. And so now I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do the bike riding thing. And in my head, I'm saying, okay, you want to start bike riding. And, you got the selfie now. I'm going to have to get another selfie because I'm still using my rubber band on my homemade tripod. And maybe I just don't want to get rid of the homemade tripod because it's homemade. It's my work of art. So, okay. So I said, let me do the bike riding thing, but maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks, and totally unmotivated. Though I go twice a week and ride the bike in the evening in my room. So, totally unmotivated about the bike riding thing. And then I spoke to someone on the telephone. And, I thought I saw that red dot. I was like, what? I'm not recording for YouTube? No. But I am one. And, we're talking. And then she said something insulting to me. And she laughed. And usually when somebody insults you and laugh, they try to take the insult and turn it into like they were just kidding you. It's a funny joke, but they know it's an insult. You know it's an insult. So I took the slap in the face. And I said, maybe you're overreacting. Calm down. So later on, I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at the bike, and I'm trying to think of if I'm going to do it, or even if I do it, how often I'm going to do it. And the conversation I had, the insult came back to me, and I realized that insult was given to me by an old, fat woman. And in my life, my history with obese women or big women, mean. Obese men, not so mean. But obese women, mean. There's this guy on YouTube named Tony Sotomayor. And his whole stick on YouTube is about African American women, or as he called black beastie women. How mean they are. And it's true. It's true. So as I'm going to where do I take this insult and I put it at? 5 minutes already, y'all. Where do I stick that insult at? No way I would like to stick it, but where do I stick the insult at? And I had to put it in the category of motivation. And I realized, and I came to the conclusion, that I will be riding the bike 3 times during the week, in the evening, starting out at 15 minutes. I just got a few kinks I got to work out. But I decided that. I took that insult and put it in the motivation pile. Because that's why I'm doing this. I don't want to be a mean, old, fat, nasty, talking to people, old woman. I don't. I don't want to feel that being old and fat gives me a right to insult people. I don't want that. I'm not saying all women do it, or all big women do it. But in my history, a lot of them do. And then they throw a laugh behind it, and because the laugh is there, then the insult is removed, according to them. But it's not removed. It's still there. So, no. So I put it in the motivation pile. And that's why I exercise. I don't want to be old, big and fat and miserable that I can't say a kindness out of my mouth to another human being. I don't want to be fat, old, and miserable where I can't say I love you or put a smile on someone's face. That the only way I feel good about dealing with someone is if I kick them. So that's why I'm here. So that just went in my motivation thing, and I'm going to be doing 3 times a week on the bike, starting out for 15 minutes, because I'm going to use that selfie tripod with the light for upstairs. Now here's the thing, I did a few tests last night, and I'll do a few tests this morning. Well, we squeezed out guns this Saturday. It's a long week, but it's also the first of the 5th month that we're walking. Okay, so here's the thing. I want a backdrop because my bike is against just the wall. So I was going to talk about it the other day. I want a backdrop like a park in the evening, and I'm going to see if I can find me some royalty-free or duty-free park sounds or bird sounds, and I want to set it up like that when we do the biking in the evening, it'll be very relaxing. It'll be like summertime in the evening, like a slow, because we're not doing fast. I'm not in a race. I'm already in life. Good morning, yes. Hey, is that the greatest illustrator on the planet Earth? Hey, Hazel. Our illustrator is here. I know y'all still thinking about writing some books, doing something. Y'all get on to it. She's easy to be contacted. I hope you're doing good. You fight too, Ezo. You and your family, you fight too. So, that's what I'm thinking about doing. No, I'm doing it. Because that insult, I sure did. I put that insult in the fuel category. Yes, I'm still at it, Ezo. I'm not walking that fast, though. He's going to put a meme in. No, not walking that fast. Yeah, so that was yesterday. So today I'll talk to my daughter so we can see, because I see on like Two Funny Mamas and a lot of podcasts and stuff like that, they have that whatever images behind them. And once I get that image of the park and I get my sounds together, then that's what we'll be doing. And it'll be a relaxing bike ride. We ain't speeding, we ain't speeding, we ain't speeding. We just biking, chilling, listening to the birds and the bees, the crickets, and after work, and you're just doing it 15 minutes. Yes. So, that's what I got out of yesterday's insult. No. To be, a lot of big people are mean. They are mean. They say hurtful things because I know they're hurting. But I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want that to be for me. And if I can walk and do exercise, you instantly cut down on what you eat. Good morning. You instantly cut down. Hey, thanks for coming in. I can't read the name of the person that came in the room. But I don't want to be like that. I want to be a happy old person. I want to tell jokes. I want to give smiles. I want to give encouragement. I want to throw out words that build you up. I want to throw out words that make you feel good and make you laugh. I don't want to be no old, fat, miserable person who can only throw out insults and hurt words. Hey! Izzo coming through. So we got to keep exercising. And old people, we got to exercise. So I figure when I set up that area with the backdrop and I find the duty-free sounds and we just, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. will be the bike riding for 15 minutes. Now I know ain't nobody running to my page or to my YouTube because I'm talking as an old, first of all, I'm an old black raisin, so ain't nobody kicking down those doors to see me. And I just can't just like sit down and talk. I just can't sit down and talk. My passion is exercising. So that's another thing that ain't gonna bring people to my page, other than family and friends to my page on YouTube. So I know this. But my family and friends who I can touch and we can share, we get that virtual exchange going, we get that virtual workout going, we get that virtual health consciousness going, that if we want to live, we got to work out. When we get to the fact that walking around our office, stopping, getting up, walking, getting up, going here, sitting down, coming back, that is not exercise. You can clean the whole bathroom. That's not exercise. Because each time you're doing something different. And walking is so important. It is very important. Don't you remember if you have kids how it was? The first thing you want to do is get that baby upright. And get them walking. And even when they started walking, they was like, no, I don't want to walk. You even dragged them till they stood on their feet. So walking is very important. That's the exercise. Walking more than just 5 seconds, 5 feet, 20 feet here, 20 feet here, 10 feet here, 10 feet here. That's not it. This is it. Half hour walking. Half hour walking. This is it. And it helps me a lot. Helps me with my food portions. Everything. Everything. So, and it's so fast. We're already at our 15-minute mark. And the first half of this walk was brought to you by I Like to Say Yes. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to your child. I Like to Say Yes has brightly colored pages with boldly dressed children running, jumping, and playing. And you can write your book too because the illustrator is right there in the group this morning. Her name is Isa. Hey, morning. Look what I got, y'all. Here we go. Yep. Here we are. Put this gum down here. Wow. The celery in that is kicking. And it's almost done. I think I'm going to have to go to that Jamaican restaurant and get... Ooh, let me rinse my mouth. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me rinse my mouth. Yes, back to marching. Okay. This is how we do it now. I'm all in. I'm all in. Ooh. Here we go. Squeeze your gut. Take all the weight off your knees and your hips by squeezing your stomach. Push your belly button all the way to your back. All the way back. Push it all the way back. Glad to have these on back. Yes. Very, very happy. Ha ha ha. Squeeze your gut. less than 3 minutes. I'll keep it at that for the month of May. Yes, this is our 5th month, y'all. We're doing it. When I breathe like that, I can squeeze my core. Less than a minute. Squeeze your gut. Less than a minute. Yes, indeed. Yes. Oh, that was a nice cardio. That was nice, right? That was a nice cardio. Yes, indeed. Oh, that was a nice cardio. Oh, yeah, old people. You can take big old breaths when you put your hands up in the air. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. YouTube. He's an easy-I-O. He's an excellent illustrator. If you need help writing a children's book, need someone to take the pictures in your head and put them on paper. Yes. Oh. And we started our 5th month. And so I told you that story about the insult because I thought I was motivated. But obviously I wasn't. And maybe this bike thing is really important because I wasn't taking it serious. I was like, oh, maybe twice a month on the bike, you know. And then when that fat lady insulted me, because that's really mean, I was like, holy cow. Getting on that bike is definitely going to make sure I ain't going to be like that. Don't care what you say about people or how you talk to people or hurt people. But I noticed that in big people. Not all big people. But I guess because they're hurting, and hurt people hurt people. You know? And I don't want to be that. No siree. No siree, Bob. As an adult, when my daughter She was at an impasse in her life. She didn't know what road to take. And good works always help you decide. So she went back to where she volunteered at the senior citizen, and I always tell her, old people are very wise. Go be around them and let them give you some info. But she did it on her own. But as a teenager, when she was like, oh, I gotta go volunteer at this daycare center, I said, first of all, you finna learn something, because you're around a whole bunch of old people. And just through living that long, they know a little something, something. So, as an adult, she went back. When she just impasse, her life was stagnant. And she came back and she told me she met this old man. And she's taking him to church on Sundays. And he said, always. He said, you know, these people treat me good here. And she was like, does she know? He said, because my whole life, I have treated people good. He said his whole life, he has been kind to people. And that's why now, in this time of his life, people are kind to him. He looked at my daughter and he said, never forget that. He said, because he was kind. And she was going there on Sunday, get him and taking him to church. And he was so happy because that's what he wanted, but they didn't have the staff. And bang, my daughter shows up. And she took him back and forth to church. And he shared with her values of life that she's putting into practice now. And also, while going back to the senior center and volunteering, she met the lady who, that's why I'm in her basement, my daughter's basement right now, and she owns her own house. Because when she went back to volunteer to get the wisdom from the old people and to jumpstart her life, she ran into one of the nurses there that knew about this home buying program that turned her on to it. But one thing she never forgot, she said, Mommy, this man said at the nursing home, people treat him good. And he knew it because he treated people good all his life. People do things for him because he has done things for people all his life. And I'm so glad he shared that wisdom with my daughter. And I'm so glad that the other lady from the nursing home shared the wisdom on home buying with my daughter. And that's why I'm in the basement right now talking to you while I walk on a treadmill, my daughter with me. Isn't that lovely? So that's why we don't want to be beasties. That's what Tommy Sotomayor called them. He calls them beasties. And them beasties can hurt your feelings, honey. But just use it like I did as energy for me to keep going. I don't want to be no beastie. I want to smile. I want to say I love you. I want to say you're beautiful, you're kind, you're smart. I just want positive words to come out of my mouth. Let's do our fingers. Time is getting away from us, y'all. On the 1st of May, May Day. Ain't no May Day here, honey. This is spring. Because we ain't in no crisis. We in the joys and delight of life. We're in the delight of life. The best of life. The awesomeness of life. Oh, one day y'all gonna look up and I'm gonna have my tangerine weights. Okay, suck in your gut. Tuck it, Down one more time. Yeah. Okay. Suck in your gut. Plant your elbows. When I breathe like this, I can keep my core engaged. Okay? Ready? 15. 1. More for good luck. See, everybody's life matters to me. Everyone that's breathing life, if we cross paths, is a matter for me. My life is totally matter for me. So I don't say, I don't even put those words together until I heard it yesterday. You don't matter. I say all lives matter. Black lives matter. But I don't say your life don't matter or you don't matter. That's an insult to everyone and anyone. Well, hey, May 1st, and I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking as happy as can be. I'm walking happily. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.